200% attack speed, all damage modifications are increased by 100%. The downside is I'm only allowed to use one weapon at a time, but what a weapon it's going to be. That big ass sword I see everywhere would be a lot of fun with this build. Let's see if we can find it. For now, I'm just going to club things with my slingshot because I'm a simple man. To start, I think I just want a bit of harvesting because that's going to earn me something moving forward. In fact, harvesting is probably going to be a central theme for now because by the time we find a good item later, well, we're going to need to be able to afford it. Oh, but there's already another slingshot, so we have a level 2 slingshot, so that's actually a really good find. Because it's about 10% faster and doing even more damage than the old one, plus it bounces 2 times. So I'm really getting my money's worth out of every single shot. Using only one weapon is going to be really hard to do. But we'll also take some luck because we're going to need some luck. Crit chance is definitely not going to hurt. That's actually double down. Extra XP would have been probably a better choice for now. But I'm pretty stupid, so what do you expect? We're going to take that now. Crit chance would also be very good because we could already be one-shotting a lot of everything with the damage we're already doing. Wave 3, nice and easy. We're going to take maybe some ranged damage. We're going to need that. We already have 200% attack speed, so we'll take an extra 2 ranged damage. And those no doubt give double. We're going to take the XP gain and spawn more trees, and we're going to hope for something amazing. When we don't find that, we're going to roll again and also hope for something amazing. We'll roll one more time. There is more harvesting, so we're getting lots of harvesting. We lose damage doing so, but we'll probably use ranged weapons anyways. But we'll just build on whatever the game gives us. A level 4 slingshot would be great right now. An RPG would also be great because it would fire so quickly that everything would just constantly be exploding. The slingshot really is good though for a single weapon, especially when it fires this quick. We're hitting a lot of enemies every time it fires, and it does a lot of damage. Why yes, I would like another 8 harvesting. And yes, I would like 3 range damage, which I think is actually double, so yep, 12. Oh, and there's a sword I was thinking about. But we started a ranged build. Well, if we find a better sword later, we'll grab it. For now, I'm just going to take some harvesting. Well, if I take 7 damage, I'll lose 2 HP, but I'll actually gain 14% damage. Then if I take this, I'll get HP damage. We're going to get some extra enemies, but that's just more money for me. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're doing more damage. There's going to be more enemies, but that's more money for us. Plus, we're about to get an even better slingshot, so that's going to be just more damage and more bounces. And at the rate this thing's firing, it's kind of already ridiculous. And eventually, it might be doing like 500 damage per shot. We'll see if we can get it there at least. So far, so good. This is still early on, but so far I'm not struggling whatsoever. There are a lot of enemies, but we're going to get extra bounces out of this slingshot. Plus 1 armor, yep, we'll take that. Then we want 9 max HP, sure. Then we don't have to worry about HP for a while. 6% damage, sure. That's a better slingshot, so we have a level 3 slingshot doing 38 damage and 3 bounces. There's more slingshots that I don't care about. 7% damage gives us extra damage though, so 42 damage now. Go purple slingshot, make us proud. Yep, so far it's hitting adequately hard. With all the extra attack speed this build comes with, you kind of want a slow weapon because you'll just be able to attack stupidly fast with it anyway, therefore utilizing its potential. I thought about an SMG, but they already fire so fast the extra attack speed wouldn't really mean all that much. So for now, I'll just club things to death with my rock. Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty effective. Everything's dead. Do I want 9% dodge? Not really. And we'll just take another 8 harvesting. You can never have too much harvesting. Okay, we're going to get the rubber duck because I don't care about elemental damage. We could take more crit chance because we're currently at a 9% chance to crit, so we'll definitely add a little bit of that. Some luck too, why not? So now we have a 15% crit chance. We're doing 40 damage. So 1 in 7 should be a crit. That will hopefully sneak up over the next 13 waves. I'm hearing lots of crits going off, so that feels pretty good. Especially with all the bounces and stuff. Now if I can get enemies to kill each other as they pop, then that would help, because we're going to need some area clearing later. We're attacking fairly quick, but we need to be constantly attacking to keep the enemies thinned out properly. So I don't know if the slingshot is a great choice for this. It's a good choice for the early game for sure. Once we get later on though, it's anyone's guess what's going to work. Oh, there's a lot here that I like. 12% damage equals 24% damage. This is a good one. Lots of good stuff going on there that I want. We're going to lose 4% crit chance, but I should have a lot of crit chance by the end anyways. Plus 20 luck? Sure, why not? This one I also like. I'm going to hold that. RPG I kind of like. I'm going to sort of think about that. In case you're wondering about damage, your slingshot to jump up to 49, which is enough to kill these guys pretty easily. So I think as long as we can just keep stacking damage, we're probably going to be okay, because we're going to end up one-shotting everything eventually. Especially if we just get the damage higher and higher and higher, everything is just going to start to melt. That sounds like the kind of thing I would enjoy. Yeah, it's wave 8. This is when it can start to be hard. It's sort of getting easier at this point, just thanks to damage. We're not tough at all. We don't want to be touched by anything. But we're definitely doing adequate damage to all of these. 31 HP isn't great, but it's not terrible either. We'll probably take an HP upgrade at some point, but we're really not going to go too much higher probably. So we're going to lose some armor for some attack speed and range because I'm reckless like that. Do we want more attack speed? It's kind of... yeah, we do. And there is 9 max HP, so we're feeling pretty good there. We're going to take the harvesting and pickup range just because I like harvesting right now. We could take damage for attack speed. We probably will because that straight up adds 20% damage. And there's a slingshot we need, so now we have a level 4 slingshot. So that jumped up to 73 damage and bounces 4 times. One little red slingshot coming up, and yep, I like this. This feels good. I don't think I'm going to bother to add any range to this, because later on there's always going to be enemies near me anyway, so the slingshot will be doing its full damage. Yeah, this thing's melting these guys so far. I can't believe this is a single slingshot. And that was good luck. Wave 9 and already have a level 4. 42 HP, so HP is pretty decent. Could use some armor now, but mostly just damage from here on out. If we get more speed, great. I just realized an interesting build with this would be to do one of the ethereal weapons, because then whatever enemies you kill will get you extra damage or attack speed. 10% crit chance, yep. Well, this is just a free turret that can heal us. Plus 10 harvesting is kind of nice too. 12% damage equals 25% damage, so already we're up to 83 damage. Then we're going to take all this. Again, we lose crit chance. I won't miss it right now. Okay, we're going to gain 3 armor, which we really need, 5 max HP, which is fine. We're going to lose speed, but we'll put that back. We're going to take 15% XP gain. We're actually making lots of money so far, but harvesting is not bad. I don't really want this, but we're getting up to close to 100 damage. 1 bullet dealing, yeah, okay, so when enemies die, they're going to start firing stuff. I think I want that, because that's going to put us up to about, yeah, 23% crit chance. So basically, every time we fire the slingshot, it should be a crit, because it should bounce 4 times, which I think means 5 shots in total, because hits 1 then bounces 4 more times. Still not one-shotting the big guys. I think they have quite a bit of HP, but we'll get there. Because I have lots of HP now. The armor is actually pretty decent, so we can mostly just stack damage from here on out. And the slingshot just bouncing around murdering everything. I don't know if I actually need to slow the enemies down. I could just make myself faster. That's probably the better move. Not a lot of money this round either, only $350. I guess $450 because of harvesting. I don't want a compass because I know where I'm going. Lots of good stuff here. Probably 12% damage. 1 bullet dealing 31 damage is fired from enemy corpses. I lose a lot of range. I do want the XP gain and the XP gain. Now this is nice too. We're going to lose some dodge, but we're going to get crit chance and ranged damage. That's a really good item. We're up to 92 damage now. But we're going to start fighting these. Luckily we are able to kill them rather quickly. But they still live for just a little bit longer than I would like them to. 30 seconds left. I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Our harvesting is up to 91 too, so that's lots of experience, especially with all of our experience bonuses. And the extra enemies, I forgot there even was extra enemies at this point, because it feels like there's not, because they're so weak. Or we're just that strong, or whatever. We'll just keep melting them and good things will happen. Wave complete. Another one of these, where we're going to lose crit chance, but we're going to get a whole bunch of good stuff. 10%, 10 luck is good. I don't even want another 9 max HP. Give me something else. Luck is pretty good. I already have 62 luck though. Even that's kind of... just give me damage of some kind. 12% damage. And 3 ranged damage. That's definitely going to put this way over 100. We're up to 117 damage. Plus, once we buy this, that puts us up to 130 damage. So let's be stupid and add another 5% enemies, another 5% damage, and 2 max HP. So 135 damage. Everything bounces around and dies. Ooh, that one got close. We're still not one-shotting the musical things, but they probably have 200 or 300 health, so it's going to take a little while to get that damage still. But these extra enemies are going to be big earnings. I just hope I haven't tipped into the unbalanced part where they might actually kill me, but so far it doesn't feel like they could. They could definitely hit me, but I can definitely clear out the entire map fairly quickly as long as I launch a few slingshots. Wave 12, damage is really good. We still need more. I just want bonuses for like +4 range damage, plus whatever 20% damage. We just need to stack that up and up and up and up. I want to one-shot everything. Probably better weapons to do that with, but what can you do? $557. There we go, plus 16%. That's going to add 32% damage on top, so we're up to 149 damage. Plus another 25%, so we're at 161 damage. I do want all of that, so 164 damage. 1 free reroll in the shop is actually pretty good. I'm going to take that, and then we're just going to keep hoping for more damage increasing stuff. Okay, here's what I want, because that's going to straight up add 8 ranged damage. It's going to cap our HP, but I don't need any more HP. I did see a crit there for 328, so damage is getting up there. I definitely still want more, but this is kind of funny in itself, because these guys are generally pretty tough. You can tell by the way they're wearing a helmet and walking very slowly. So we're just going to keep on cruising around, picking up all their parts, grabbing as much money as we can. Harvesting is up to 109. So we're getting $100 free every round. We'll get $700 free by the end of this. For now, I'm just going to take a casual walk laughing at all these idiots who can't do absolutely anything to me. I'm just too strong. Still need more damage. We could have done more attack speed probably, but you got to kind of focus on one or the other. $629 to spend. 9% crit chance is kind of hard to beat. Oh, and then we're going to have this, which is going to go bananas. 220 base damage. Plus 20% materials at the start of your waves. I love the piggy bank. So we're going to take our 220 base damage and just start, because we get a bunch of money out of our piggy bank. Can we one-shot that? We can. We're even one-shotting the big guys. I think the Vikings or the big charging guys might be the only ones we can't one-shot. Even then we might be able to. 220 is a lot of damage. I want bigger numbers though. Wonder how high you can go. You could probably do over 10,000 damage if you had a really lucky build and all the right parts. I'm pretty content with what I have now though. I mean, we're still, there's a lot of extra enemies on the screen that don't need to be there, and we're melting everything to the point where I don't really have a lot to kill. I feel like I just wander around mostly being lonely. The loneliest murderer in the world. Didn't mean to walk into that, but we have so much HP that doesn't really matter. Look at all our money. Went up over $800. I don't want engineering. Definitely don't want HP. That's tempting. Can we get a purple one? 2 range damage is fine too. I guess enemies have a 10% chance to explode for 67 damage when they die is pretty interesting. Then I'm going to save my money because we're going to get a free $100 or something out of that from my piggy bank. And we still got 5 waves to go, so there's plenty of time to find all sorts of good upgrades. I'll probably hold my money around $1,000. That way I get a free $200 to start every round. And look at all the money sitting on the ground. This is great. Yeah, those exploding enemies too is really helping because we just wiped out a giant mob of things. And it definitely wasn't just my slingshot doing that. It was all the explosives. So, yep, this is a really good build so far. I'm not sure how the boss is going to go, but well, if their survivor will kill him. We definitely don't want a blood leech. This I do want because of the range damage. Our dodge isn't there anyway. Crit chance we also want. Okay, here we want something. 9% crit chance is pretty good. So is speed. We'll just take the speed. Our crit chance is basically 1 in 3 anyway. We'll get an extra bit of damage out of that. We'll do a few rerolls. Not finding a lot of damage stuff this time around. That could have stacked up neatly with us. I think I'm pretty much just going to let this one go because that gave us a free $200 and we don't really need any upgrades that badly right now anyway. We're doing okay. Doing crits for 512. Need to still try and manage to get double damage if I want 1,000. But we'll see if we can get there. I really have everything I need so far, so I really can just stack up damage. But this slingshot really helps with this. And look at all those crits going off. Crits everywhere. Oh, here's a big Viking. Yeah, he definitely took 2 hits, but they weren't crits. I don't know if we would kill him in 1 hit. Presumably we would with the crit then if it only took 2 regular shots. So that's perfectly fine. We'll survive this nice and easy. As long as we don't get really, really swarmed. Even then, we'll be fine. Up to $1,600 so far, plus the harvesting will help us out. $1,731. We don't want any of that. Crit chance would be funny. Dodge is not catching up anyway. We're going to reroll because we're rich. Plus 3 range damage. Okay, that was a free reroll. Plus 2 range damage is very important. Plus 6 damage is also important. 6% damage, I should say. We can take an extra 20% damage for losing a little bit of attack speed. Because we can get a little bit of range back and attack speed. This one's tempting for extra enemies. I don't know if I want to push my luck right now. Yeah, I guess I kind of do. That's just more money. So we're up to 320 base damage. So this is what 320 damage looks like. We're still not one-shotting those. But it only takes 2 shots. So if it's a crit, they definitely die. 1 bullet dealing 260 damage is fired from an enemy corpse when they die. That got really, really high. 260 damage from corpses. I didn't realize that was so ridiculous. No wonder everything's dying. And this is all stemming from a single slingshot. And there's 15% extra enemies on the screen that aren't normally there. This is so ridiculous. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. I don't know if we're going to make it. It's going to be a pretty close call. Oh no. Whatever will we do? I think we got hit there. No, I think we hit that one a few times. He was extra strong. $1,646. Okay, rerolls are getting expensive, so can we please just get something that I can actually use? Wow, seriously? Plus 2 range damage is pretty good, I guess. Our HP is locked, so we can go ahead and take that. I wasted so much on those rerolls. There's a 10% chance to enemies to explode for 92 damage. That's funny, but I want more straight up damage for my thing. So apparently we're just not really going to get any of that kind of stuff anymore, which is very, very sad to me. Where's all the damage? There we go. Plus 20% damage, plus 1 armor. If we get hit, we lose damage. Also, we went under $1,000. Boohoo. 380 base damage. That was the first upgrade choice where we really didn't have a lot of damage upgrades. The other ones have been really good. Relatively speaking, we did add 30% damage, which is kind of stupid when you think about it, because look at everything dying. I'm basically forcing enemies to kill each other
I've weaponized their corpses.
But also the slingshot straight up is pretty hard hitting. They're going up to 750, which is definitely getting pretty close to the 1000 mark I would love to hit. But we'll see if we get there. The upgrades are going like exponentially now. So if I get lucky here with a few damage upgrades, then we might actually be there. Well, I'll take armor and dodge because HP doesn't change anyway. Your projectiles gain 1 bounce. They lose 50% damage. Normally I would take that. I'm not here because I want that top end damage. Look at all the red. 8 damage, 20% attack speed. These are also dumb. I want 16% damage. We'll take 10% crit chance and lose armor. We'll also take another 7% damage. And suddenly we're getting back to the damage upgrades. 15% crit chance is pretty big. We don't really need that, as funny as that would be. We'll take 10% damage, and that's 44% extra damage from where we just were. So we're up to 458 base damage. So that's a lot. 916. Very close to the 1000 mark. We might actually get there as long as we get even just a few little damage upgrades. And we should, because we'll have like $1,500 to spend on upgrades. So we're officially one-shotting everything except the bosses at this point. I don't know if it's possible to one-shot the bosses. I'm pretty sure they have like 10,000 HP. Even now, because the Vikings are fast, I'm not necessarily killing them in time, so they can't hit me. But we're going to be fine. Just keep picking up garbage and walking along. I don't even have to like try. I can literally just do anything at this point and I win. $1,900 to spend. Spawns a turret that deals 27 damage. Wow, basic upgrades much? Where's my damage? 3 range damage probably. There's another 10% damage. We're losing attack speed slowly, but we're up to 497. So plus 1 damage, plus 6% damage, 519. Okay, then we're gonna add another 2 range damage. That puts us up to 536. There's another 7% and plus 2 range damage. We lose attack speed again, 566. We're well over the 1000 for crits. Okay, we'll take another 25% damage. We're going to start losing range here. We're at minus 52% range. But I can live with this. Plus 1 range damage. We lose a little bit of range again. This sort of be fun for a different build. We could have more damage in enemies, but no. Plus 6% damage. Also, our bearded baby is now doing 546 damage. When an enemy dies, they deal 546 damage to another enemy. So we're ending with 614 base damage. So let's see what the boss thinks about that. We actually took a huge chunk out of him because wow, I didn't expect us to do that much to the boss. This is a single weapon and we're melting him this badly. Okay, they don't have as much health as I thought. He's dead. That's weird. I turned corpses into unstoppable killing machines.